हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, इस वीडियो में मैं स्टार्ट कर रहा हूं एक सीरीज जिसमें मैं जावा की थ्योरी को डिस्कस करूंगा। इसी तरह के और भी वीडियो बनाएंगे जिसमें चैप्टर बाय चैप्टर, टॉपिक बाय टॉपिक हम लोग डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स को डिस्कस करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं, शुरुआत बिल्कुल करेंगे जावा के ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग फीचर से। तो ये जानने के लिए हम लोग डिस्कस कर लेते हैं व्हाट इज ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग। Object-oriented programming is a modular approach which allows data to be applied within the stimulated program area. तो this is something कि हम किसी particular program area में use कर सकते हैं जावा data को, and it provides the reusability feature by there are so many features. reusability feature ये है जो inheritance के थ्रू कर सकते हैं और मल्टीपल ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू कर सकते हैं। तो ये सब आगे अभी डिस्कस होगा। और इट गिव मोर एम्फेसिस ऑन डेटा इज गिवन मोर एम्फेसिस। सो व्हाट आर द फीचर्स ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग? इट गिव्स स्ट्रेस ऑन डेटा आइटम रेदर देन द फंक्शंस। डेटा इज गिवन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट रेदर देन द प्रोसेस। In the model that structured programming, functions are given more importance. It makes the complete program simpler by dividing into number of objects. So when we will understand the concept of object, then we will be able to understand how it makes our program simpler. The object can be used as a bridge to have flow of data from one function to another function. This is easy analysis and design with the real world object. It means कि ये जो concept है which is very close to real world object, and there are so many features which can be compared with. And data is centralized. Data is given more important, so data is kept centralized and information is hidden. Only the required information is disclosed. There are some basic principle of OOPS. One first is object, then class, data abstraction, encapsulation, data hiding, inheritance, and polymorphism. These are the 7 things which we can discuss. What is object? Object is a unique entity which contains data and functions. Data is represented in form of characteristic and functions are represented in form of behavior. So which contains data and functions together as an object-oriented programming language. Object is visible and it can be defined and described easily. What is class? Class is a set of different objects. Each object of the class possesses some attributes and behavior defined within the same class. Hence, the class is also known as object factory. So we can say there is a class student which has got so many children. So all those children are having similar properties and behavior. So we can say this similar properties and behavior having those students who are having similar properties and behavior are defined as a particular class. Class 10, class 11, class 12. All the students are having same properties, like everybody is having roll number, name, date of birth, date of admission and all. And each child, in each individual child is known as object. So here we can see it in some other way also. Class is defined with common structure and behavior that can be shared by the set of object. This set of object we are talking about are having similar property and behavior. Object specifies an identifiable entity. Means we can say this is a particular child that have some characteristic and behaviors. In actual sense, the class is a logical model and the real representation physical model is object. Class and object. Class is a logical model and object is a physical model. And class has all the statements or everything which is required to create an object. That's why class is known as object factory. So other features, encapsulation. Encapsulation is a system of wrapping data and function into a single unit. Class is represented with data and function, and this process of wrapping data and function into a single unit is known as encapsulation. Data abstraction refers to act of representing essential feature without including background detail. It means what? Only required things are represented. That is done with help of data hiding. Such insulation of data which cannot be accessed directly outside the class premises, although they are available in the same program, is known as data hiding. Why we do data hiding? Data hiding is done for the safety of the data. Now, encapsulation and data abstraction are very interrelated. Abstraction is possible with help of encapsulation only. So, let's understand what is data abstraction once more. For example, there is a car. In the car, there is a bonnet. Inside the bonnet, engine and everything is there. That is hidden. Only essential feature how the driver can use those things are there on the dashboard. So driver can access only those features which are accessible and provided access through the dashboard only. तो जिससे कि वो क्या कर सके, अननेसेसरी चीजों की जो उसको यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं है वो हिडन है, और बाकी जो उसकी जरूरत की चीजें वो उसको एक्सेसिबल है. There is a difference between abstraction and encapsulation given. Abstraction, it is the act of representing essential feature of a real world entity without including background detail. Encapsulation, it is the act of combining both data and function into a single unit. In software term, abstraction designs the state of an object. In software term, encapsulation associates the behavior that affects the state of an object. Inheritance is the process by which an object of one class can link and share some common properties of the object from another class. There is a one class which is already existing. Let's say this class is A. From this class, we can create a new class B, and from B class, we can derive a new class C. So what does this means? अगर A class है, इसमें कुछ भी डेटा या फंक्शंस हैं, तो B क्लास B A क्लास के डेटा और फंक्शन को यूज कर सकती है. अगर हमें कुछ नया बनाना है जिसमें हम वो चीजें भी यूज करना चाहते हैं जो एक और क्लास A में ऑलरेडी हैं, तो हम B क्लास बनाते हैं, इसमें उन्हीं चीजों को दोबारा करने की जरूरत नहीं है. और B क्लास से अगर हमने एक नई क्लास C बना ली, तो क्लास C क्लास B के डेटा को भी एक्सेस कर सकेगी, फंक्शन को भी एक्सेस कर सकती है, और क्लास A के भी डेटा फंक्शन को एक्सेस कर सकती है. दैट इज नोन एज ट्रांजैक्टिव नेचर ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस. एंड A में जो फंक्शन वो B यूज कर पा रहा है, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड रीयूजेबिलिटी ऑफ द कोड, एंड वी डोंट नीड टू राइट द कोड अगेन. दैट्स व्हाई वी कैन से देयर इज नो नीड टू रिपीट द कोड. Reusability we have already discussed. It is the process of adding some additional feature to a class without modifying the content of the class. We don't need to create a new class. Next thing is polymorphism. Poly means many, morphous means form. So when one thing can be represented in many form, then we can say this is a polymorphism. Polymorphism allow two or more classes to respond to the same message in a different way. This means we can use the same name for a method in two different classes or in the same class. It also means that the user can send some message to two different classes and still get the correct response. The process of representing one thing in many forms is known as polymorphism. From this whole thing, there are certain points which we need to remember. All these definitions as well as the sequence of instruction is known as program. Every object has a state, behavior and identity. The class inherits states and behavior फ्रॉम इट सुपर क्लास, जो ए क्लास हमने डिस्कस की थी वो सुपर क्लास है। Encapsulation is the concept of OOPS which hides unimportant implementation details of the other object. Next point is information hiding lets us ignore the irrelevant detail and concentrate on the essential ones. When two different objects interprets a single message differently or respond differently is known as polymorphism. Object interacts and communicate with each other using messages. Additional information passes along with the message is called parameter. We pass to the functions. Any two attributes required for a class declaration is characteristic and behavior, and in the software term this is known as member data or member function.